When you try to picture a black hole, you probably imagine a sphere of perfect, silent darkness, a cold, empty void sitting quietly in the vacuum of space. And for dormant black holes, that is true. When a giant black hole begins an active feeding cycle, it generates immense observable radiation. Imagine a whirlpool of gas, dust, and shredded stars millions of miles wide, spiraling down the drain of a cosmic sink. As this ocean of matter is dragged closer to the event horizon, gravity crushes it together. The friction becomes so violent that the gas heats up to billions of degrees. It ignites, creating a blazing storm of plasma that outshines everything else in the surrounding universe. This violently glowing rain of fire is called a quasar. A quasar marks the final moment of matter being ripped apart and swallowed. It is the signature of a supermassive black hole consuming its surroundings. For decades, astronomers have been scanning the deepest edges of the night sky for these beacons. But when they pointed their telescopes toward the constellation of Canes Venatici, they detected an anomaly that appeared physically impossible. They found a quasar burning with the light of 140 trillion suns. This diagram illustrates the observational consequence of that power. The central light is so intensely powerful that it completely blinds our telescopes to the entire galaxy that surrounds it, rendering millions of stars invisible. This object is TON 618. All of that apocalyptic power is generated by an invisible, silent mass hiding at the exact center of the glow. To understand the physical scale we are dealing with, we have to look at this comparison. This diagram shows Sagittarius A star, the black hole at the center of our Milky Way galaxy. It easily dwarfs our sun, and the counter shows it contains the mass of 4 million suns. For a long time, humanity thought this was the absolute ceiling for a gravity trap. TON 618 contains the mass of 66 billion suns. It makes the monster at the center of our galaxy look like a grain of sand. The mass of a black hole determines the size of its event horizon. TON 618 is approximately 390 billion kilometers wide. It is large enough to swallow our entire solar system without the edges of the orbits even touching the sides. Astronomers had to invent a brand new word to describe a monster of this scale, the ultramassive black hole. While its size is difficult to comprehend, the physical mass of TON 618 is not its most disturbing feature. Because light takes time to travel across the vast distances of space, looking far away means looking back in time. We see things as they were when that light first began its journey. TON 618 is located 10.4 billion light-years away from Earth. Its light has been traveling through the vacuum of space for over 10 billion years just to reach our lenses. This puts the object firmly in the era of the early universe, meaning we are viewing it as it looked when the cosmos was incredibly young. We are observing TON 618 exactly as it appeared when the universe was just a baby. According to our current understanding of physics, black holes take a very long time to grow. They start relatively small and slowly feed over eons, gradually swallowing stars and merging with other black holes. Yet TON 618 was already 66 billion times the mass of our sun in the very early universe. There simply was not enough time in the young universe for an object to reach this mass, according to the known laws of cosmic evolution. Some scientists theorize it formed directly from the sudden collapse of a massive primordial cloud of dark matter, or fed on materials in the early universe that we do not yet understand. Because science cannot currently explain its formation, TON 618 represents a breakdown of our established rules, a terrifying mystery of modern astrophysics. If TON 618 was already the largest object ever discovered 10 billion years ago, what does it look like today? For 10 billion years, it has continued to drag stars and galaxies into its belly. It has had 10,000 million years to grow beyond the state we see in our telescopes. We will never know its current size because it is too far away. We can only look at its ancient ghost burning in the dark. It is a reminder that the universe is a chaotic, violent place, filled with titans that could erase our entire world without making a single sound. We are temporary passengers on a tiny speck of dust, floating in an unfathomably large ocean.